And today we are celebrating 25th year of establishment of Namaste Foundation. My thankfulness goes to the founder, Ursula and host. It is very nice that the handover is in the hands of Dhulikhel and Sabine Hagina. All from the very beginning, friends, fellow of Manfred with his beautiful wife and family. And there are thousands of other supporters. Our best regards, congratulations, and thank you so much for the support, entirely support. And it started with creating a small outreach center, that's second outreach center of our institute, Bolde.
Yes, the beginning of the Namaste Foundation is in the village of Bolde, 30 years ago. What agriculture provided for people was not enough to live on. And so the men also worked as Sherpas. Two of them accompanied Ursula and Horst on one of their frequent trekking tours. This time on the Annapurna circuit, when a storm broke out high up in the altitude. Moving forward was out of the question, and Ursula began to suffer from the symptoms of altitude sickness. No chance of dismounting herself anymore. Then the two men from Bolde gathered their strength, took Ursula on their backs, and carried her down to safety for over 1.5 days. I thank you again, Kancha, you and Norbu. In gratitude, the two rescued, together with some friends, founded the group of Bolde Friends. And what do you do as friends? Help together and have joy. When looking at what is needed, at the creation of the medical outpatient clinic donated by the Foundation, in the construction of schools for curious children, with supplying people with clean water, in repairing the catastrophic earthquake damage of 2015, in supporting agriculture, and after 25 years together, passing on the appointment to Dr. Dirk Hagener. Great. Before Sabine and Dirk devote themselves to their Namaste commitments, the two take some time to once again deal with the special mystery of Nepal. A good 500 years ago, King Yaksha Malla ruled here. On his death, he left the kingdom to his 3 sons. Each of them founded his own royal city. And since then, each of these cities wanted to be the most beautiful. Let's start with Kathmandu himself today. And here with the Bodhanath Stupa. It is the most important accessible sanctuary, especially for Tibetan exiles. Every morning, many of them arrive and circle around this impressive structure. All prayer wheels are kept circling, whether small or really large. Wow, that was quite a lot. Then on to the second royal city, Patan. Of course, the ornate and shining temples are also at the center of the importance, because its second name is Lalitpur, the city of beauty. Their reputation is Buddhist, meditative, relaxed and calm. The third of the royal cities is Bhaktapur. And even though much time has passed, people continue to work on the beauty of their hometown. Okay, still need to repair damage from the earthquake 10 years ago. And the results are impressive. In this third royal city too, one could spend the whole day admiring. But it's slowly coming to an end. Once again, it could not be determined which is the most beautiful of the royal cities. Sabina and Dirk will probably have to come here again. The next morning there is breakfast, together with Pushpa, the nice boss from the hotel Blue Horizon. And then the journey continues to Dhulikhel. After 2 hours, the city is reached on the edge of the Kathmandu Valley. And Dr. Ram Shrestha, the head of the hospital, is happy that Sabina and Dirk have arrived. Everyone has arrived. We can begin the anniversary celebration for the Namaste Foundation. Hello, Horst, and good day, Dirk. Nice to meet you, Manfred. And everyone who is here was looking forward to what's going on now.
Namaste and good morning to everybody here, especially to our Bolde Friends.
The festival for everyone involved with the Namaste Foundation. Monks spread an honourable mood with their special songs. And hands full of blossoms, you let your friends have them. Everyone has already talked to each other and said how great the results of Horst and Ursula working together with Ram and Andrea Shrestha have become. But here and now, everyone can officially express their thanks.
We are very thankful to you, for being our gurus in our professional journey. Thank you, dear Manfred. You have been a valuable part of the Bolde Friends. Thank you, dear Dirk, as our new chairman of the Namaste Foundation.
My admiration, therefore, goes especially to Andrea and Ram. Thank you. Thank you very much, Andrea and Ram.
Today, Dhulikhel Hospital caters more than 1 million population.
Yes, as Dr. Ram Shrestha explains, that the hospital has a catchment area of more than 2.5 million people. But for many sick people, the journey is not possible. Too far, too hard, too long. So the hospital comes to the sick, and there are a total of 18 outstations for this. The first, in Bolde, was financed by the Bolde Friends, built together with them in 2002.
For us, Bolde is an example of what can be done
in the most difficult circumstances. It is an example, it is a big signal of hope for all of us.
Tilak, in particular, has been taking care of his home village for decades. And now it's time for us to take another look there, together with him. It's around 60 kilometers from Dhulikhel to Bolde, going up toward the Himalaya Mountains. In former times, it used to be an adventurous journey, but since the road was renovated, it only takes 3 to 4 hours, with beautiful views. Bolde's first houses appear on the horizon, but that's really only a small part of the settlement. The town covers an area of over 250 square kilometers, half the size of the Starnberg district. Over 1,400 meters in altitude, as much as 4 hours of ascent by mountain hikers, and now has 10,000 inhabitants. Relatively at the center of everything is the mentioned hospital ward. One last turn and the team has arrived. Even if they are not here today, it is clear who founded this clinic.
Thank you so much.
Bolde is now also a second home for the Hageners. And Tilak is surprised. Even he, as the village manager, receives the wreath of honour. With few exceptions, all residents of Bolde are farmers, who have to do early in the morning. Kanchi returns from collecting grass, hay and herbs. She has a lot with her, just like Karma, the father of the house. Who is the hay actually for? No, not for him. That would be too much for him. Down there, a metre below, the hungry mate is waiting. The buffaloes can be found throughout the town, although the farmers did not have enough money to purchase them. But the Namaste Foundation has taken over that. The food then costs nothing. People do the work, and once the buffalo has grown large and weighty, it can be sold. So money comes to the family, to the local community, and slowly Bolde begins to become even more attractive to the residents. Meanwhile, Unique saw that her dad was back and what he brought with him. That's where her job begins, which she absolutely loves. What the foundation supports even more than the buffaloes are goats. Okay, they're coming to market for the holidays too. But until then, they deliver really good milk to the families and the opportunity to cuddle with them. But there is a visit announced for today. A big visit. And he looks good. This gentleman is a volunteer of the Namaste Foundation, because he ensures that the gifts donated to the family increase even further. The foundation has made 200 of the goats available. Every year, their number multiplies, and now you can meet them all over the village. Unique is still helping out a bit. But then something else is coming up. Something important. Along with her brother and Papa Karma, Unique heads to school. The gate is already unlocked, and the free time can be used to clean up the yard. even when the cameraman needs strong nerves. Not only the forecourt, of course, the whole school was donated by the Bolde Friends. Because everyone knows it, education is the most important thing for people. And the result is impressive. All the pupils are now there. They and Mr. Lama, the director, don't have to wait long anymore. Then the school president of Bolde comes around the corner. Tilak, together with Sabine and Dirk Hagener. Okay, now it can get started. And when everyone is in the classroom, classes begin. The teacher stands at the board, writes down what it is about, and when he has finished the instructions, he explains what it is about up close to the pupils. Well done, Unique. As I said, Tilak is the president of the Bolde Schulen. Tilak has been the middleman to the foundation from the very beginning. And Tilak takes care of all the village's needs, including agriculture. The Livelihood Project, which has been planned for 6 years since 2022, is supported by the Namaste Foundation with a total budget of over 100,000 euros. An important part is the much larger and promising agricultural project. On the back of a mountain flank lie a few magnificent houses. Mrs. Kala and Mr. Chandra Pandey, two of the few wealthier residents, live here and are also totally likeable. Tilak and Dirk Hagener visit the two and discuss the idea with them. It sounds great. Comes down to a win-win situation. To see the whole thing up close, everyone makes their way down to the street. Bolde's biggest problem is emigration. There is currently a lack of work and finances in the village, and therefore also a lack of future prospects for the farmers. In order to be able to live, many of them move to Kathmandu. Into the hustle and bustle, the smog air. How could one motivate them to come back to their quiet and beautiful homeland? This is the current plan, a cooperative of about a dozen farmers. So, the centre of the idea has been reached. The Pandey couple's property consists of the land they have just descended through.
And there are many land like this. I can show you down there.
And the farmers who have moved away continue further down. The wild plants can be cleared and extensive terraces created instead.
Like in Indonesia, the whole from
Then there would be enough space to grow special types of vegetables and fruits, avocados, and also of dragon fruits. They have a special name, look particularly good, and can be sold at a special price in Kathmandu.
600 per kilo.
The project plan is to build an agricultural centre in the centre of the new plantations. Here, the plants get prepared, further processed, packaged, stored, and delivered to the cities by truck.
Then we want to utilize this,
On the way back, the income comes.
and so that the farmers have good income.
A win for the returning farmers,
And then young people come back.
a win for the young people who have future prospects here again, a win for the Pandey couple, and a win for the Bolde Friends, the founders of the beginning capital. There is enough space anyway. Motivation too. But now, at the end of the idea meeting, everyone has to go back quickly. The school has prepared a thank you celebration for the new head of the Namaste Foundation. Of course, the first thing they get are the flower wreaths. Then Dirk gives another speech.
I can say you it's a wonderful school and we wish you all the best in the future.
And the last event totally fits the mood of the whole experience in Bolde. Every out centre, like in Bolde, has an outpatient clinic, but sometimes more intensive treatment is needed, and that's why patients set off. They come by bus, jeep, ambulance or ambulance bus. No matter how, the goal is the same, the hospital in Dhulikhel, because this is where the two crucial criteria come together.
We are very aware that through Namaste Stiftung, the major challenge we have is to maintain our mission, that is quality healthcare service to the poor. That is our mission. Quality for the poor.
Quality for the poor. And here the clinic is very successful in all departments. For example, in gastroenterology. The team meets every morning, and the boss, Dr. Gurung, reports what's coming up that day. Today, the day begins with welcoming Dirk Hagener. Nice to meet you. You're fine. Who usually has a present from the Namaste Foundation with him. This time it's chocolate. Ah yes, and 2 more endoscopes. Donated, of course, by the Namaste Foundation. They belong to the latest generation. The patients who benefit from the devices are already here, and so it can start right after the preparation. Gallstone diseases occur 10 times more frequently in Nepal than in our country. It is a widespread disease that often leads to threatening complications. With the help of endoscopes, Dr. Gurung is able to perform life-saving treatments. But there are also other violent diseases, such as cysts in the pancreas, 7.5 centimeters in size. We're not talking about a Munich university hospital. We are talking about Dhulikhel. Dr. Hagener and Dr. Gurung are happy about the opportunities offered by the Namaste Foundation's cooperation with the Gastro Foundation for the past 3 years.
But these are just the highlights.
Dr. Manfred Kallerhoff too, because urology isn't a bit behind either. This can be seen as an example with this young woman. A nasty stone in her kidney continually triggers painful colic. Manfred Kallerhoff explains how a neurologist can combat kidney stones today. He's going in the ureter now, all the way to the stone.
Going up, going up, going up.
There's the stone. Now comes the laser. The laser is so thin that it is difficult to see with the naked eye. It is then inserted into the device, pushed up to the kidney, and here we go. Completely minimally invasive. 10 minutes and a few hundred tac-tacs later, there are only crumbs left in the young woman's kidney, and
She can leave today in the evening.
in the past, such ureteral stones were operated on openly, surgically. No doubt, that was high-tech too.
Today it is very nice and we feel very relieved.
Speaking of high-tech, a hospital in the Dhulikhel level has a lot of hardware in the background. Take the oxygen plant, for example. Many of the patients need the vital substance. That's why the appliance was financed 10 years ago by the Gastro Foundation together with the Namaste Foundation. This means that expensive bottles do not have to be delivered continuously. This runs independently, and the team of mechanics ensures that everything continues to work. From high-tech to simple equipment. Another example of Andrea and Ram Shrestha providing high-quality medical care with the help of the Namaste Foundation can be found in the building directly behind the celebration. It's there for everything mothers and their new babies need. Of course, this starts with the gynecological examinations and the sound that triggers joy. When the time really comes, the climax is approaching, especially because the delivery room is on the top floor, and that could sometimes cause some stress in the past. Until the foundation provided a new elevator. This now makes deliveries more relaxed, the descent more promising, and thus fits the charisma of the newborns. Speaking of relaxation, now the grandmothers are needed. And after Grandma's hands were successful, along with the warm sun, a beautiful day begins. Unfortunately, this is not yet possible for all babies. Some need a few days of initial training. And of course, the clinic is prepared for this, both with its trained staff and with the necessary equipment. The little one is now 4 days old. Not much longer, then she comes out of the incubator and stays a little longer for observation. Once again, the foundation is active together with the Sternstunden. Due to the Dhulikhel Hospital, infant mortality in the area has already decreased significantly.
And a special building, actually the pediatric building here, only through the support of Namaste Stiftung. There are a lot of things I can tell you here, but these are just the highlights.
Now, with the new house, this goal will increase again significantly. Dr. Anish, the senior pediatrist, shows Dirk Hagener which departments have already been set up. For example, the intensive care unit. Just completed, she is ready for many emergencies. Thank God it's still empty. But there is still enough to do. A mother whose baby is currently receiving an EEG, the boy probably suffers from dengue fever.
Maybe it's a rickettsial disease, dengue fever or something, so we need to investigate.
the little girl from an infection with breathing problems,
And but we have now more of the asthma, these things.
Open fire.
Yes, fire, yes, open fires and these.
and this young lady's bladder infection has largely subsided.
Bladder, there was some signs of infections in the bladder. Yeah. Ich mag Sports as a Kinderarzt.
Children in Nepal will clearly benefit from this attitude and spatial opportunities, just like all other sick people with the basic concept.
Quality for the poor.
But what did we hear from Dr. Anish before?
These things.
Open fire.
Yes, fire, yes, open fires and these.
A fundamental problem for the children in Nepal, and something urgently needs to be done about this. Just what? In the outreach town of Manikarka on the Himalayan rim, the Namaste Foundation is working to build something to solve the problem. Let's take a look. Since 2012, Manikarka has been the second foundation-supported outstation of Dhulikhel Hospital. As always, the medical outpatient clinic is in the centre. The boss, Mr. Kumar Khadka, is delighted to meet Sabine and Dirk Hagener again, together with Mr. Dinesh Thapa, the manager from Dhulikhel. This station was founded by Alphonse Doblinger from Straubing. Since then, any sick person can be treated here. This little boy, for example, has had a fever for a few days and is having a bit of trouble breathing. There's even an X-ray machine here for that. It's quick. The recordings are inserted into the development device. After a few minutes, the picture is finished and the doctor sees that the little one is lucky again. In adults, you take a blood sample just to be on the safe side. This is pushed into a modern analysis device by the laboratory assistant. Now he has to wait a full 2 minutes for the results to come out.
So this is the machine we got from Namaste Foundation.
Thus, the medical staff and modern equipment, all funded by the foundation, ensure that the diagnoses can be made on the spot. The ambulance is the truly successful core of Manikarka, and when you look at her, a somehow hard core. So hard that she even survived the 2015 earthquake without much damage, unlike most houses in the place. There were many victims at that time, and many destroyed homes. Then Heribert Wirth became active. Not only does he own the Nepal Pavilion in Wiesent, he is also part of the action group of supporters of Dhulikhel Hospital. He and his circle of friends are responsible for the reconstruction of over 100 of the farmhouses, recognizable by the red roofs. Now people can continue to live here. But one problem remained. There are small corrugated iron huts everywhere, with grey clouds seeping from their walls. Inside, an open fire burns to provide heat and prepare food, with the disadvantage of a layer of foul smoke in the room. The family cooks under the cloud cover, and we already know the little boy. He is the one we saw earlier during the X-ray. Now we know why he is sick, why lung diseases are widespread throughout Nepal, and why thousands of children die from burns every year. The mom gets the info on what could be done about it. Build a smoke-free oven. The foundation has hired Eka Ray from Kathmandu for this purpose. Dirk financed his and his son Kieran's training as furnace builders, with the goal of having them take over the management of the foundation's furnace project and train the residents how to do it themselves, with the material that you can easily dig up around the corner. Bricks are formed in prefabricated wooden frames, dried in the sun, and the next day, Eka, his daughter Binuka, and son Kieran begin to show people what's next. To prevent the burning branches from causing damage later, a steel arch is placed in the entrance opening, and around it, layer upon layer, the bricks are glued with the local clay and built up. Viewers enjoy watching for two reasons. If they like the part, they can get one too. And if they watch with concentration today, they can join the group training tomorrow. Each oven ultimately consists of 3 parts. The boilers are later placed on 2 of them. The smoke continues to move to the 3rd, and then... Ah yes, there's still something needed. The stove builders move to the forecourt in front of the ambulance. That's where the only parts that really need to be bought are. So they shoulder the steel pipes and it goes back again. Eka attaches the steel pipe to the furnace, lights a fire. And now the smoke knows where it's allowed to go. Only outdoor. The first 20 residents have seen how to build the furnace and practice making it themselves under the guidance. So far, over 150 stoves have been built in the town, paid for by the foundation with €100 each. If the smoke now steams out through the fireplace, you can cook comfortably inside while warm, and the air in the house stays great. The team is happy with its success. In the evening, there is a celebration, and here too, Eka dances enthusiastically as a model. Dinesh too. Only the boss Kumar seems a bit distant. Oh, sorry, mistake. Who taught them to dance so well? Ah yes, in Dhulikhel. It is clear to all those involved in the festival that the 25th anniversary of the Bolde Friends is rightly celebrated here and now. Many thanks to the founders, but the real heroes of this 25-year success story are Dr. Ram with his vision, Andrea tirelessly at his side.
Den Sherpa Gansa aus Bolde.
He saved my life in Himalaya. And then, of course, the many Bolde Friends here in Germany. Thank you very much. Many thanks to everyone who contributed. 25 years of successful Namaste Foundation that awakens feelings of happiness. This is a great incentive for this wonderful work to continue this project in the future. We look forward to it.
Now coming to the end. So at your home, when you walk and when you jog and when you share a glass of beer, you might feel that...
And you might think you're completely normal. But you are not. People who support us through the Namaste Foundation are a bit normal, but very special.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.